Fired up.
And we are live, I think. Yeah. Alright, cool. Welcome back, guys, to Souls of Stormspire. Um, Last time you guys continued forward to Ardeep Forest. During one of your rests on the way there, Amraphel got a call from Anansi while he was on watch with Zasha. Anansi went, "Hey, some dude named Quinn Silvermoon showed up at the tower. Do you know this guy? He says he knows you." And Amraphel almost got him fireballed, but Zasha jumped in at the last second to say, no, 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 we know this guy. And also, a drow named Durdrin will also be there in a couple days, so please welcome him with open arms. Anansi seemed a little bit hesitant in speaking after you mentioned the drow, but he said that he would keep an eye out for Durdrin. He also let you two on two big updates. One, he found a way to remove the mind controlling processor from Legion soldiers. Maybe you know what that is if you took good notes. Two, that Anansi is very surprised by your lack of progress towards Waterdeep, even though I gave you all these side missions, fully intending for you guys to do them. But and tells them that the council meeting is in 5 days, and from where you are, you only really have about 2 days, maybe a little less, to find the Yuan-ti and stop them. As you guys got closer to Ardeep Forest, you took an off-road trail to make it to the forest edge as fast as possible, and while you were camping at the edge, Lithra accidentally set off a hunter's trap and went boom into the air. And Nasara ended up finding that the trail continued into the forest. It was covered by all the leaves. Zasha, you ended up recalling some lore about the woods, where it was said that a dryad lulled a rampaging red dragon to sleep, and its breath changed the climate of the forest to hold multiple hot springs. So as you guys entered the forest, you guys noticed the shift in temperature, the shift in humidity, and continued forward until you got to a little cliff's edge where an inn was nestled around some hot springs below. But before you could move forward, you noticed that a Yuan-ti woman was hiding in the bushes. You saw that she was staring at some other Yuan-ti that were coming up the hill. And so you waited a second, holding your actions to see what this Yuan-ti would do. And when she charged at them, screaming in Draconic, "Give her back," you guys all insta-killed all of these Yuan-ti. She thanks you guys and asks if you guys can help her a little bit more. And she gestures for you guys to follow her to the inn. Lithra, you had mentioned, like, let's introduce ourselves, and so she introduced herself as Zelfara Vase. And she, before leading you guys down the path, she, goes over to all the Yuan-ti bodies, drags them off to the side, and takes their cloaks and some masks that were in their bags, and swings them over her shoulder and goes, "Let's go." And so, I will bring you guys over here. I did drag your characters a bit. I hope you don't mind.
I, in fact, do not mind. I encourage it even.
Wonderful.
I'm bad at moving my character.
Wonderful. I just moved you guys to the entrance of the door. I will say a little thing of, like, what you saw as you were walking closer to the inn, just to give a little bit of ambiance. So as you approach the inn, you warmth and laughter trails through the air out of the open windows of the building. As you walk by, you see locals lounged in deep chairs with damp towels draped around their shoulders. The air coming out of the windows seems pungent with pipe smoke and the sweet mineral tang of the hot springs mixing together. And yeah, you hear lots of laughter. Someone is playing a flute, but you cannot see them as you walk by. And you guys make it to the front door, and Zelthara kind of hesitates a bit to open the door, and then looks back at you guys and goes, I do not know how these warm bloods will react to me. And you guys should all be on the map, hopefully.
Yay. Yep.
Thank God.
That's a map.
Thank God. All right. Do you guys let her open the door, or do you guys, offer to go first?
I'll give her a milady and open the door.
All right. You, milady Zelthara Vase, and open the door. And inside, as you open the door, the gust of the cooler night air ends up snuffing out a couple candles nearby. Pew, pew. You see all the heads of the patrons turn as they hear the door creak open. And the room kind of falls a little silent. The only thing that doesn't fall silent is the sound of a flute over in this corner. And you see the heavy-set innkeeper with sweat shining on his brow slam a tankard down. And he barks out in Draconic at Zelthara as you guys make your way inside. And she moves out of the way for you guys to go inside. And she's yelling back at him. I think 2 of you know Draconic, correct?
I sure do, and I'd love to know what this man's saying.
All right. So those of you that know Draconic, you hear him say, "Begone, snake! You are not welcome here. Not anymore." And you hear Zelthara kind of fumbling a little, and you see her, her emotions are betraying her as she's talking. She goes into, kind of a rage and grabs her dagger, and then she takes a breath and lets go of her dagger, and then she, gets angry again as she's trying to explain to this guy. And she goes, "I do not come for you, the warm bloods, and I wish to speak in privacy. We are here for the brood you hide out of fear." And they're going back and forth. And he's really, yelling over her. And he's just waving her off, "Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here."
I'd like to interrupt pretty early into that, seeing them yelling at each other.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Luther's gonna kind of lay, a kind hand on Zelthara's shoulder, but kind of almost put herself between the two and, give a pretty genial wave, but kind of start to talk even louder over the barkeep, and in Draconic even just say whoa, 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 hey, we're here as patrons. Put your issues aside. We've got coin. You've got you're running an establishment here. Let's not raise a fuss and work out your issues outside of here. We're gonna give you some good business. Let's have a good night, yeah?
Roll me a persuasion check. And mind you, the tensions are really hot right now.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to be awkward. I'll make it weird. Persuasion. Okay, don't think there's time for guidance. Yeah, it's still pretty good.
All right, with an 18, he looks at you first out of anger, and then he studies you a little bit, and he kind of waves his hand a little impassively and goes, "You're not the problem. She will get us killed." And he says this all in Draconic, and he seems welcome to the idea of you guys being there, but is still kind of yelling at Zelthara.
In response to that, I'm trying to seem friendly to this guy, like despite being a little forceful, and I'm just gonna pat my sword and just wave and say, "Not with us here. This place is under lock and key tonight. I promise. Anyone comes in, we'll take it outside, and you will be safe. Nothing bad's gonna happen here tonight."
Zilthar, what did you do to anger this man? I take her aside while.
Yeah, I'll move towards the barkeep while you guys talk. Actually,
Alright.
keep this conversation going.
Zelthara looks a little meek and goes, I was not always, cool with warm bloods. See, I make joke.
I'm aware.
So, my group came here, many years ago and found the temple under the ground. And there were, hunters and other village people that are warm bloods, and my people kind of took as slaves.
Yep.
But I only seek the brood that would poison their waters and enslave their children when it suits them. I want nothing to do with harming the warm bloods. They will know peace. I just need privacy to talk to you.
Okay. So I can understand a little bit of where you're coming from. I was one of our advanced scouts or assassins. So I understand. And then I understand there's a large learning curve.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, maybe we should try to stay away from places that you've raided and taken people as slaves before.
The woods are not safe. I don't feel comfortable talking where the ears can hear. We can talk in toilet if need be.
We may have a solution. We can. Raph can do tiny hut, right?
I could. If I wanted to.
What's going on in the tavern while this conversation is happening? Because, I mean, Zasha does not speak Draconic, and I'm assuming Nasara and Zilthara are both still speaking Draconic.
Yeah, I was just about to bounce to the rest of you to see what other people were doing. So Nasara, you're having this conversation with Zelthara, maybe trying to convince her, like, oh, my friend has Lehman's tiny hut, we can get him to do that, we don't have to come in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Zasha, you hear the man yelling in Draconic, you hear Zelthara yelling in Draconic, you don't know what they're saying, but it sounds like they're not friends with each other. But you see Lethra and Nasara kind of arguing on Zelthara and your group's behalf. So you kind of feel the freeness to look around, scope. A lot of the patrons in this inn are either human of origin or elven of origin. There seems to be a lot more humans in the population than elves. And they all look a little haggard. They all look really tired, worn out, very thin, very neglected, it seems. You look closer at their tables and you see that their sources of food are like just thin soups and some bread. And the only person that looks like pretty well off is just a bardic woman that just is lounging in the corner playing her whistle. She does not seem to be like the others in the group. She just seems to be minding her own business. Maybe she came in here as a traveler just as yourselves, but she seems like the odd man out.
Okay, and I'm assuming the elves here are this guy and the bardic woman, the bard?
Yeah.
Okay, can I guess, look at them closer? I think Zasha's more concerned about elves.
Oh yeah, of course. I guess roll me an insight check.
Okay.
All right. Before I get to that answer, Lucian, all this is happening around you. What do you do?
This is all annoying. I'm just going to sit down at an empty table.
All right. You go and sit down at an empty table. The patrons don't really, like, they're still kind of staring, but they're not staring at you. They're either staring at this mess over here or this mess over here. So you kind of go unnoticed as you sit down. Zasha, as you maybe creep a little bit closer to inspect the elves a little bit more, it seems that this elf still has some life in him compared to the other common folk in the inn. And he seems to be explaining plans in common tongue, because he's speaking to a bunch of humans. And the only words you can get are like rescue and find a way and get out of here. The elven woman, you don't notice anything that would strike you as, oh no, these are people that are trying to hunt me. If anything, they look like they might be from the far south, so not from your originating country.
Awesome. So they would not recognize me.
They would probably not recognize you, no. If this
Okay,
one
cool.
does recognize you, they might be a little too engrossed in what they're doing to notice.
Okay. I guess I'll like, knowing that, I'll just kind of pop a squat at the table Lucian's sitting at.
All right. And Amraphel, I saw that you walked up to Lithra.
Yeah, I'll pop a squat on a stool next to Lethra
All right.
and just kind of lean on the bar top and say, "Look, we're here to kill some Yuan-ti and get the fuck out of here. I'm not interested in taking the time to banter about it. Just tell us what you need in order for you to look the other way while we have our conversation, and then we'll fuck off."
Lithra, you can roll persuasion at advantage with Amraphel coming over and saying that shit.
Yeah, I'm going for good cop amidst that, and I think that the duo might might do as well. Yeah, let me roll. Persuasion advantage. Well, that's damn below the other one.
Lower than the other one.
Womp.
Not bad. 16.
His jaw seems to work a little furiously, like he wants to say something spicy and negative, but he bites his tongue for the most part. And his silence seems to be a little reluctant, as he just kind of rubs his temples and goes, "Go to the stables. I want nothing to do with you." And it seems to be a little bit of a pointing in the direction back to the door. I didn't mean to open that. I meant to do a little bing, bing, bing. He seems to be accepting your presence, but not in this building.
He's so cool though if he just like mind powers opened the door as he said that. I'd bow down to this man. That'd be fucking rad.
That'd be cool as shit.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
just glance at
still.
Libra, yeah.
I'll give I give Raph a pat on the back, but I'm like determined to win this guy over, and I'm just gonna pull out 2 silver coins and just slide him across and just like give him like a nice little smile and just say 2 mugs of ale.
He looks at the coin and taps the bar table with his hand.
I take him back and I put down 1 gold coin and raise my eyebrows.
He snatches that up, grabs a nearby bottle, tosses it to you, and goes, "Kitchen, you have 5 minutes."
And I give him a little one-hand salute and a smile, and I wave everyone over. Come on. And I kind of wiggle the bottle
Right.
with a little smile.
The perfect negotiation tactic, money.
Money
And my
is
impenetrable charm.
the best negotiator, yes. You were very close to getting it. You guys are free to open the door.
Lucian, we need to.
Sorry, cat. Distracting.
Lucian
I
climbs
could
up
also
onto the
fully
table.
expect him to not realize.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm posting up by the pairs.
All right. You guys climb into the kitchen. There are salted fish by the hearth of the fire, and some slightly overripe pears and apples in some bags around here. And a single barrel of water that seems to be a little bit grimy.
I'll
Does the
carve up
food
an
in
apple.
here match the food that's being served out there? Like, does any of it seem heartier and people just can't afford the heartier stuff? Or is it just kind of like everything everyone's eating here is not great?
All of the food that you're seeing as you look around is a little bit subpar. It's a little bit older, a little bit more stale or more mushy. And it seems like even though there's stores of things, like very small amounts are leaving the kitchen. And maybe that's to preserve what they have.
Fair. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So Zelthara claps her hands together and goes, "Okay. Where do I start?"
Well, you can start with who they took.
Oh. And
Zasha raises her hand and say, "Are we speaking in common now?"
Yes.
yeah, yes, sorry.
Thank you.
She taps her chin a little bit, trying to think of where to start her sentence. And they took my Dievya, my lover. They dragged her below to the altar. I might be getting a little ahead, but under the hot springs, they are bleeding the innocents on an altar of obsidian. The blood seeps into channels they carved out into the stone. I think, yes, they redesigned this temple to awaken Seth from his divine slumber. They do not have the proper relic, but the new brood, is there is a hatching ceremony, and the new brood will, with this ceremony, draw some of the power from Seth, and that power will guide the brood to the relic. And most assuredly, summon what the Warmbloods would call a huge snake monster.
Ooh.
And
Named Seth.
yes, Seth is our god. Dievya, she is warm-blooded. She showed me how to be kind again. She was a slave, and then I tried to help her escape, and I got out, and she didn't. But they are... And she looks a little exasperated as she's trying to explain herself. And it's totally not because I am running out of steam going the whole time.
Oh, that's fair.
The ceremony is tonight. I need to save her, but they know what I look like. But they don't know what you look like. And she pulls the robes that she has off of her shoulder and puts it down on the ground, and she goes, if we disguise ourselves in their robes and pretend to be, she points to Nasara, you don't really have to pretend, but if we pretend, we might slip in unnoticed. The temple will be thick with cultists, but you are outsiders, so I feel like you have a chance if you please help me.
Perhaps we, even if we can't disguise everyone, I could lead them in as, finger quotes, slaves, with all their equipment. So, perhaps.
Or perhaps not.
I mean, shooting them, going in guns blazing, works fine with me either way.
We can at least get a jump on him.
Yes, but it doesn't sound like Raph's dignity will allow it.
As you guys are talking about guns blazing, Zelfara kind of gets... Her eyes go wide a little bit, and she goes, No, not all of the brood is bad.
Oh.
Are there some that don't wish to summon the snake god to eat the world?
Well, the brood is not born yet, and still an egg, but only the ones that are not like you and me. Those eggs are more potent and will be used in the ceremony. The other ones simply are born as servants. and there are young ones in the temple. Their parents are dead, but they could be good. I think.
Perhaps.
I'm not saying all
But-
of them are good. They're all pieces of shit. But the young ones deserve a chance. No?
How inclined do you think they will be to us or to outside causes when we raid their compound and kill their mentors?
Aren't they unhatched?
Some unhatched, some youngings.
Well, we'd be leaving them to the influence of Seth, which I don't have much faith in either. I might not be the best to ask about trying to save more of our own against their will. I don't know if that.
What? But
is possible.
What if they consent?
We don't have long to convince them. We need to go in, stop the ceremony, and get out. We can plant the seeds for them to be saved, but we might not have time.
Well, I need to at least.
And theoretically, we're
try.
creating generational trauma in which these younger people are going to come and, hunt us down in the sake of revenge for killing their parents.
Oh,
Pretty common.
Exactly.
the youngins already have generational trauma.
This
They're-
is true.
Parents dead. I was teacher.
Nice. I don't know. It's up to you, Nassar, I guess.
If you think they'll be easy to get out, then sure. But we
They-
just want to make sure that these people stop abducting more. We can get your warm-blooded friend out and the rest of their captors, but those are our main priority. Anyone else we can save is a bonus.
Bonus. I like this. Okay.
Okay, so how many disguises do we have?
There were 5 cultists that you guys killed. You see 5 robes and 5 masks on the floor.
Oh, perfect. It's like the
Yeah, it
DM
seems
planned that or
convenient.
something.
Yeah, it's convenient. No, we gotta do something else.
Okay, you'll just be my son. No.
I thought you'd never ask.
Whoa!
Wrong dungeon.
Right. Nah, I'm getting dressed. Give me them robes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Can we get dressed after we leave the tavern?
Yeah.
Just an idea, since there was a lot of anger happening before. No idea what
I
they
think
said.
the
But
bodies are outside, right?
They're further down the road, yeah.
We can drag them down the trail.
Really funny if we had just dragged the bodies into the kitchen with us, being nothing to see here, folks. All's well.
if we bury them under a running stream of water, their bodies will be less likely to be found later on.
Holy
That's
shit.
concerning.
You
The
hear
constant erosion makes it difficult to tell that things were recently dug up.
you hear Zelthara go, yes, but hot spring decomposition happens a lot faster. I don't know what I did with my voice right there. But she agrees with you and like gets really like
nasty.
bright-eyed about covering up a body.
Nature is a magical thing.
Truly.
Nice to have hobbies. All right, cool. I think that's a good plan.
Zasha, your staff of the adder, staff of the
python,
that one. Do you wear it like on your back? Is it like visual to anybody that looks at you?
Yeah, I would say so.
Zelthara points at it and goes, "Do you have snake friend?"
Tiny.
Tiny. Do not summon Tiny when we are in dungeon.
Oh. Why?
Tiny will eat you, she says, like, very matter-of-factly.
That's fair. I think that's reasonable. And I'll just kind of tuck it away so I do not use it.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are gonna leave the tavern, or inn, whatever it is. Put on the robes away from prying eyes, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are also
Hide the
going
bodies.
to hide the bodies?
Yeah, may as well.
Alright.
You know what we could do is just throw them in a hot spring to make it look like they passed out from heat exhaustion if they just stayed in the hot spring too long. Honestly, that makes it more plausible.
I would like to point out the various stab and slashing wounds on their bodies.
One of them has all of their intestines outside of their body.
I don't think there's one of them that hasn't been sliced to bits.
Speaking of which, your robes are very bloody, but it might have been that way beforehand. You don't really know.
Yeah, that kind of seems par to the course for them. I'm not too worried about that part.
All right. So you guys, Zelthara waves her hand after you guys do all of this, and says, "Follow me. I know where to go."
Yeah, lead on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yay, an adventure.
And she knows where we're going, which is perfect.
All right. We're just gonna go here real quick because I don't have a map for like the entrance. I know, womp womp. So you guys walk down through a couple of the hot springs by the inn, and she starts wading into one of the larger hot springs, pointing towards a dark corner by the rocks, and says, "We accidentally stumbled upon the temple through here." And she gestures for you guys to follow her into the water.
I love that.
Okay.
Their robes must be like a murky red-black if they're just constantly covered in blood and then wading through hot water.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even have to worry about cleaning them.
In fact, as you start walking into the water, you see the blood seeping out from your cloak into the water and darkening the hot spring slightly. Nasara, I need you to roll me a perception check as you start to make your way into the water.
Dirty 20.
Nasara, as you make it to the edge of this hot spring, you see your reflection in the water. However, this reflection is grinning wickedly at you.
Oh, bitch.
Do you continue into the water?
I'll call out. Guys, make sure I don't do anything stupid. She's grinning at me from the water.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'll knock your ass out if I have to. Just if
Alright.
you feel weird, speak up.
I mean, just, you know, if I start to draw my bow or lace my shit in poison, probably her.
I lean over Nasara's shoulder to like get a peek at alternate Nasara.
You may. You just see Nasara.
Okay. Sure thing.
Magic bullshit. Can I do a... Actually, before I actually step in the water, I want to do my feature, the detect portal, to make sure there's not some funky shit going on. Oh, shit. might not have a use for anything.
What's the description for the portal thing?
It's just I know if there's a portal within a mile of me or not.
Do you know the exact location of the portal? Is that what the...
Let me double check.
Not that I'm saying there's a portal.
Detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile. Finished on
Ooh.
short or long rest. I think I could... Says I don't have the usage left.
I forget when you used it. Because I know you used it at some point.
Was it before a long rest?
Yes, yeah.
Does anybody remember?
No.
No.
I mean,
Let me
it's
check my
definitely been
notes.
at least a few hours. Can we call it a short rest? Because it's a short rest ability.
Sure. During the time that you guys are talking to Zelthara,
Awesome.
you guys can all take a short rest.
Nice.
Dang.
I appreciate it.
Nasara, you detect a portal. But it is not directly in front of you. It is a couple 100 feet. I don't know the exact distance. Underground.
Okay. Well, I think I'll be fine for the water. But get ready for some fuckery. I think they're back. Or they're going to be. I can detect a portal. Somewhere under this lake. Or under these springs. So.
Let's just look straight down. Isn't that the Yuan-ti area?
Yep.
Weren't they summoning something?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, Nasara, you get in the water.
Get in the water.
I've been watching animation things of the Epic the Musical recently.
I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've just heard a few lines and they're pretty catchy.
Oh, they're fucking great. I have the Calypso song stuck in my head right now.
Ooh, Penelope.
She's my wife.
Anyway.
Anyways,
Anyway.
you get in the water, the water ripples, and your reflection is yourself again. And you continue onwards.
Wonderful. Fucking doubt my sanity. Alright. Locking back in.
Behind some vines, there is what looks like a man-made hole that's been hacked very roughly into the stone. And it seems to go into the stone a little bit before dropping very steeply down. Not a direct, 90-degree angle dig down, but pretty steep. And it's very hot, very humid, very slippery. So as you guys are starting to enter, and Zelthara, unless anyone says anything, she goes in first. And she says to you, hold on to the sides. It is slippery for warm bloods. And I need you all to make me athletics checks as you guys are trying to shimmy down this narrow, kind of crumbly tunnel that is also slick with the humid air.
I guidance myself.
And Nasara, you can roll at advantage.
Can we have a round of guidance from the casters? Because I feel like we can plan this out, probably.
She's the only one who has guidance.
Ah. Darn.
Leaper, you're strength-based. Why are you working?
Let this roll prove you wrong. Ash!
Would not have
I
mattered.
told you.
Alright, what order do you guys go into the hole?
Jesus Christ.
I think, just remember, I think we have a lot of us have inspirations we can use.
Oh my god, I finally have a use for it. Thank you so much, Trevor. Yes. Fucking inspiration. Do I get to reroll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inspiration is you re-roll, but you have to take that roll.
Not like
Oh, there's
get
no
worse.
downside there.
Tells me I'm gonna be
Yeah.
okay with it.
Unless you double that one.
No, he got to 19.
Get behind me, Satan.
Amraphel? Athletics check?
I'm
I
right at
was-
home.
I was looking to see if my spider climb was one of my once a day racial abilities, or if it's a leveled spell, and I can't remember which it is.
Wonderful, wonderful question. Hold on one second.
I was looking for the link to the steampunk convention. Nope. Alright, so I would have to use a leveled spell slot.
You are free to do that if you wish.
Does it last? It lasts an hour. I'll do it.
All right.
I will cast Spider Climb.
You cast, I'm not dealing with this.
Yep.
All right. So Zelthara leads you guys down this tunnel. Lucian, you manage to follow closely behind. Zasha, you do trip slightly and stumble a little, maybe getting the robe a little muddy, but you do not fall. You do not take a tumble, and you do not bump into anybody else. You just are tripping a little bit.
Sweet.
Nasara, almost all Yuan-ti temples start with a steep drop into the temple, so this is nothing new to you. Lithra, you got a little bit hesitant because the first step you took, you almost slipped on your ass. But you took a breath and made your way in without any issues. And as you're climbing slowly down this steep hill, you just hear a from above you, and you just see Amraphel just spider climbing on the ceiling of the tunnel.
Probably just walking across the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not as.
Oh, you're not doing like a hereditary climb, like yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
Turns out he's double jointed. Yeah. Flips all his liddies backwards.
Oh Jesus.
No, I'll just stroll down the ceiling.
But you guys do make it down. So you guys squeeze through this narrow, crumbling tunnel, and the smell of damp earth and ancient stone is just filling up your nostrils. Finally, after about like 5-10 minutes of walking down this steep tunnel, it starts to level out, and you finally see a faint glow ahead of you. And it seems as if this earthen tunnel collided with a smooth obsidian stone that has been hacked very roughly open, just enough for people to kind of squeeze a single body through at a time. And as you guys slip through one by one, you notice a very odd scene before you. And I'm gonna just open this up. Please don't move yet. You stand behind or beneath a broken arch in what must have once been a grand ballroom. Vast and domed, the ceiling is lost in the shadow, and there are crumbling murals of gods along the walls. It looks as if they've been carved at and defiled with markings of Seth. But other than the building that you sit in, the crowd draws a lot of your attention as well. There are dozens of figures, most of them Yuan-ti of some sort, but there are other humans filling the hall, although they all kind of stare blankly wherever they stand. You see Yuan-ti feasting from low tables piled with steaming meats and brightly colored fruits. You see some of them milling about, chatting to each other, laughing, and otherwise just having a grand old time. And in some of the far corners, you see a few couples and groups of Yuan-ti locked in very public embraces, oblivious to the rest of the party, it seems. The whole place smells like spice and smoke and iron. And no one seems to pay much notice to you as you enter this scene. And Zelthara leans into the closest person to her, which I guess with this lineup is Zasha, and whispers to her, "We just need to get through the doors unnoticed," and she points straight ahead. These are not youngins, but not a threat yet.
Okay.
You guys have two real choices. You guys can try to make it through this ballroom to the doors unnoticed, or you guys can initiate a fight while they are all surprised.
That's way too many.
Unfortunately, I didn't take Fireball, so
My vote
Why
would
not?
be not to
Yeah,
cause a ruckus here.
unless I can see their
Oh.
actual health numbers, there's no way we're fighting this.
Oh,
I
let's
can't see their
let's
health
be
numbers.
real
How can
cool.
you? Fuck.
I said unless I could actually see how much exact health they had.
Okay, I thought
I'm
you
like,
said
no.
I can see.
I will say, just for like what you can see, not a lot of these Yuan-ti are very armored, and they all look a little inebriated. But otherwise, yes, there's a lot of them.
God damn, that nightmare speaker. What? Huh?
Listen, I'm. we're all wondering.
Wait, where?
We're
What?
just gazing longingly into the middle of the room.
Titties out. Oh god.
She's having a good
Anyway.
time. God bless. Okay, I want to just whisper then over to Salthara, like, do you think if we just walk slowly, can we just go? Is that safe?
I think we just roll it.
Yes, being conspicuous.
Do
Walk
not
with purpose.
be suspicious. And as she says that, she actually pulls her hood a little bit more over her to hide her face. They know me. I must be more careful.
It's a situation where pass without trace would be beneficial.
Oh, that's a great idea. And hopefully them being all drunk, they don't question anyone a little extra shadowy. Spells. Boop.
Alright. All of you can now make me stealth checks, and you can add 10 to your stealth checks.
Ooh, wait.
Oh, I forgot to add the 10.
Well, it's a 26,
Still.
so...
Yeah.
You, for situational bonuses, you have to say plus 10 or just 10.
You just put 10.
Yeah, just put
Oh,
Okay.
I was just wondering. That.
Mine is without the 10, so it's 24.
Yeah, guys, that's
22.
that's with the 10.
Oh, 12.
Oh, guys.
I wanted to walk normally.
I have heavy armor on. I have disadvantage.
Oh, that's also
Oh.
plus 10. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean,
So,
can we just like walk? Like just walk as if nothing's wrong? Even
Like
with
the
this?
other option is can I use if I had to use the inspiration to get the other roll of that like it's probably as good as it's gonna get.
Oh, yeah.
Can I give Lethra guidance to add to their roll?
let me see.
You would have known I needed it the most. My dex is shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so roll 1d4.
I thought that roll was for moving across the room, just acting naturally.
Yeah, what is our goal here? Because I thought that's what we were doing too. Is this just making that better, or are we trying to not be seen?
I will ask you guys in just a second. Please roll that 1d4.
Okay.
All right.
Take a next roll.
Specifically, Lucian and Lethra. How are you guys walking in this cloud of pass without a trace. Mind you, it's not a physical cloud, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just very, like, slow but confidently. Like, I've got somewhere to be, and I'm meant to be here, and I'm just a calm, normal-paced walk towards the door.
All right. And Lucian?
That's pretty similar. I was gonna say, especially since I'm a bit bigger than everyone, I was gonna kind of be more like head down.
All right.
Because I probably would be over everyone else's heads.
And which direction do you walk? Left or right?
Right looks a little sparser. That's probably where I would go.
All right. Lucian?
Oh, I thought that was a group decision.
It kind
Probably
of is, yeah.
I was gonna say I'd probably just stay on one side.
Well, to the right, unfortunately, the Brood Guard are very skilled in perception.
Uh-oh.
They also have their titties out.
They also have their titties out, and
Oh. Nice.
this can go one of two ways. Maybe a third. Lucian. This Brood Guard, takes her hand and places it on your shoulder and, like, pushes you slightly, but, like, gently, and goes, "Oh, hello there. Haven't seen you around." And, like, a snake is slithering up her arm to, like, go onto your shoulder.
This is gonna be a minute. This is gonna be fun to figure out how the fuck I'm supposed to do this.
I'm like, he's either gonna fucking smack her, or...
The problem is Lucian has no clue what the fuck she's actually doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you a second to think about this. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Minding my own
think we're-
business.
I figured we were trying to pass kind of as a group unnoticed.
All right. And if you see Lucian getting stopped, are you guys stopping or are you guys continuing onwards?
Continuing.
I'm gonna try to distract her. Like, I just wanna, let's get the right vibe check on this. Is she doing this in a pretty explicitly flirty way, or is that just how because it seems like a bit of a debaucherous situation in here, right?
You hear a moan from far off.
Sick. All right. Seeing the probably open panic from Lucian as this happens, I want to try to just walk up alongside this Yuan-ti and, well, try to get her attention in with a little flirty touch along the arm, and maybe even go for a kiss on the neck.
Whoa.
Ooh. All right. I don't want to get into detail about this. But anyways, roll me persuasion at advantage, because ooh la la, they're all horny here. She stops touching Lucian to, like, lean into you, and she's, like, super into it, and doesn't seem to want to let go of you. But now Lucian is free.
Oh boy.
Joke's on you. My end game is achieved. No.
I'm assuming all that's being spoken here is Draconic too, so it's not easily understood by people who don't speak it.
Yeah, you are 100% correct. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they are all speaking Draconic.
Oh.
Sorry, people that can't speak Draconic.
It makes it better.
I guess from now on, you're just my manservant. No. Fuck.
I'm gonna have to ask for the logistics of teleporting with my echo while also spontaneously combusted, like having it disappear as I teleport, so it just vanish.
Now, so both Lethra and Lucian were spotted by this Broodguard. Broodguard started to flirt with Lucian. Lucian's like, ah, what the fuck? Lethra is like, ooh la la. And the Broodguard went, ooh la la. The rest of you guys are unnoticed by this Broodguard. But as you guys are seeing Lethra, like, eventually, like, coax this woman into, like, cooling her fucking panties, like, hey, breathe for a hot second. I need to go somewhere. I'll come back later, I promise. Or whatever you say. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. But as you're trying to coax her off of you, a wave of green energy pulses from the door. And I need you all to make me Constitution saving throws as you feel your stomachs lurching.
Oh, great.
Also be awkward.
Yay!
The fuck? There it is. The Constitution save.
I feel like every time I forget how to make a save.
You got this, buddy.
Ooh, add 3 to mine because I did a ability check. There we go. So that's 16.
All right. All of you are able to hold your stomach well. Zasha, you probably are like over here at this point. You end up puking over the banister. It's like your lunch or whatever. But after that, you start to puke up a little bit of blood. And you take...
Oh dear.
4 points of necrotic damage. But after that hits you and you puke, the nauseating feeling subsides.
Cool.
But yeah, at that point, Lethra, the Broodguard, is like, okay, I'll see you later. Call me, whatever. And you guys are able to keep passing forward. Please just let me know what your path is to get through
So
this.
it's like here now.
Yeah, should we just go kind of one leg at a time?
Yeah, you guys can like move like block-ish at a time. That is totally fine.
Lucky-ish.
Zelthara is trying to stay like within the middle of you guys, just so she's not the first or last one seen. But otherwise, she does not make any moves until you guys make moves.
What's going on with all the ones down in this corner? Or up in this corner, I should say.
Up in what corner?
Oh, yeah, it's a few.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a pile of bodies. You
writhing bodies.
Writhing bodies. Yep, you hear. They're snakes.
All right.
That's what snakes do.
Yep, fair enough.
That's
Run
so
towards
funny.
it like
I
a
actually
leaf
just
in a ball.
immediately assumed it was dead bodies.
Oh, I immediately assumed it was an orgy.
Yeah.
Snake orgy.
Snake orgy.
Orgy.
Well, so we either have to go past the orgy or go through a crowd of people.
I say we take our chances skirting the orgy.
Skirt the orgy. No one will notice. They're all distracted.
All right. As you guys go down towards the end of the... Ah, cutie, I'm sorry, I kicked you. Oh, no. I kicked my cat.
Oh no! Jail!
Turner.
Jail for Ashley for 1,000 years.
Oh no, wait, she's coming back. She's rubbing on me. It's cool. We're good.
Okay.
She doesn't care.
I
As
suppose you may live or die.
As you guys make it to this corner, so you guys are successfully make it past most of the ballroom. But as you guys make it to that corner, I need you guys all to roll me stealth checks again to see if you go unnoticed by the very distracted orgy pile and whoever might be around them.
Okay.
I look
We
at
still have
Zasha.
passed without
Could I have
trace,
gotten
yes.
points?
We still have passed without trace.
Yep.
Lucian, what is your stealth modifier?
My stealth modifier is +1, but I have disadvantage.
Okay, and Lithra is -1.
-1 without disadvantage. Yeah.
You can give it to the -1 because it's...
Okay, yeah, I'll give +1 d4 to the -1.
God damn. 19, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's
exceptionally mid.
Did
I mean, that a 19's great when you have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, it's an 8 with a +1 and then the +10.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Mine didn't work. Hold on 1 sec.
All right.
I got a 35.
Is that it?
There we go. Oh!
I
Yeah.
love past the tree.
All right. So, as you guys walk by this very loud group over here, not a single head pops up to look at you. Not a single one. Y'all are good.
Perfect.
But as you guys make it right towards the door,
Where are we now? Like, should we be like here?
right here-ish.
Or here? Okay.
Right here. Yeah. Lucian and Lithra. Let's see.
damn it.
Hold on.
Round 2.
Lithra. This nightmare speaker looks up at you as she sees you approaching the door. Boobies out, because that's the picture I fucking chose for her. However, her voice does not sound at all sensual like the brood guard that was at the beginning of the room. Instead, she goes, "Hey, no one goes back there during the ceremony. You must wait."
This is not how I wanted to be speaking to her.
Oh, hold on, let me move these two. Woo!
Yeah, where am I when this...
Don't worry, I'm moving y'all. I'm moving y'all. You're like at her level. So she like takes a couple steps forward and she goes, "Hey, nope."
Oh, she's right there. I thought she was from the middle of the room. It's like, goddamn.
Oh no, there was another one by the pillar here.
Mm-hmm.
Quick recap before I answer this in character. When we discussed with Zelthara, was there ever any mention of someone who's like running the ceremony? Like who might be in charge here?
Yeah, we should have asked for some more details on the way down.
Roll me a history check. And if you get higher than a number I'm thinking in my head, yes, she
that's
did
big
give. Yes, she did give you the information. If you roll lower than it, okay, she
Ooh,
did
that's
give you
not
some
bad.
information.
Oof. Okay.
The information she gave you was, I'm not going to use her voice. I need to take a break from this. She tells you that there is a head priest who is feared amongst her conclave group, whatever it is. And she says, if we can kill this priest, the entire ceremony cannot be done unless they can find another priest like this. So everyone will flee when that priest dies.
And a male priest, not priestess.
I didn't think.
Are there male Yuan-ti?
Huh?
Are there male Yuan-ti?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're male Yuan-ti. I know all of my Yuan-ti pictures are pretty girls, but
There are some guys in there.
there are some guys mixed in, but they're not as pretty as girls.
Leithra is blind to them. Okay.
The priest's name, and I'm going to write this down before I forget it as well, is Zarathrax.
Okay.
So
Then
you have the name.
respond, and I say quietly, Head Priest Zarathrax has requested us. Please do not delay.
All right, you can roll me a persuasion check.
Card of the cards. Come on, baby. Please don't fuck it up. Oh no, it's bad.
Well, I just gotta roll an insight check. Oh,
Is this person drunk?
no, but they rolled
I think
good.
she's the.
She. She gives you kind of a look and then goes, yes. Go ahead.
Reverse insight check.
All right.
Want to see if, like, I'll take it, but I also have my suspicions here. Oh my god.
No, you don't.
Could I insight?
Yes.
All right, cool.
We're canonically distracted.
25?
Leithra, you hear her say, yeah, go on ahead, and you start striding towards the doors. And Zelthara, like, tucks behind people because Leithra goes out of the way. And Nasara, you see her as she starts to draw a blade.
Oh, fuck. I'll give a...
Avoid open combat.
Is she the only one that is Nisara the only one that sees that blade get drawn?
I'm like, look out! This, quietly. Trying not to disturb the rest of the party, but we're probably about to find.
We'll see.
You just say Leithra's an
We
idiot and
are still
said the wrong
within-
person's name.
We're still within Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do some stealthy combat.
I'm gonna say, I might grab a dagger and also cover her mouth so we can subdue her.
Yeah, do that.
All right. Roll me an athletics check.
Pretty good.
All right. Lucian, you managed to grab her. You manage to cover her mouth and everything. But it is after she throws the dagger that you're able to grab that. Her sleight of hand is just slightly too high.
Fuck.
Well, but I'm still gonna go for the choke out.
She throws the dagger, and it goes past Thethra and hits a bell that's like
No.
tucked in the corner. And the less drunk Yuan-ti down here start to snap their heads up. What the fuck was that? Did y'all hear that?
Time to go.
In the door quickly.
And Zelthara, like, starts running towards the door and, like, bursts it open and gestures you all to follow as Yuan-ti are starting to flood over. Lucian, you successfully. Do you want to knock her out or break her neck? Like, what are you doing?
She's too beautiful.
I mean, we could. I mean, regardless, I think I'm gonna have to drag her through the door.
All right.
Because otherwise, we just leave a body in front of everyone's view.
But we drag her after incapacitating or knocking
Yes,
her out,
like
so
she's
she
out.
doesn't let people know we're there.
Yes.
All right. So
Clarification.
you choke her out and then start dragging her, maybe by the neck, by the like arm, like the tail.
Like she's fucking Bowser, just like tip of the tail.
Perfect.
Anyways, you drag her. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. Copy. Paste. You drag her without really, like, looking ahead at where Zelthara is guiding you to. And as you guys burst into these doors, you are in, like, a long, narrow hallway. And as you get in, Lucian, you're the last one in, Zelthara slams the doors behind you guys and throws, like, a bar in between the door handles, and she goes, go, 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 go. And you guys, start running down the hall. Or...
I shove the body out one of the door hinges, so it's, like, in the corner.
Alright. Pretty lady, Nightmare Sorcerer, or Nightmare Speaker, is just passed out on the hinges, and blocking the path. She's quite large, because, you know, she's a snake. And you guys run forward, and do you guys burst into the next room? Do you guys take a breather? You do hear the door rattling behind you.
I think we don't have time.
Yeah, push
I
forward.
think we just kind of gotta push.
Yeah,
forward.
we gotta move. I'd say not like reckless sprint, but very
Fast
solidly swift before that. Yeah, we're power walking.
Moving, grooving. I'm flipping through my spell book the whole time. Like, I have so few spells. Fuck.
Tell me about it.
I'm just
Alright.
apologizing profusely under my breath.
You burst into this room. It is a low-ceiling chamber with groove channels carved into the stone floor that flows with streams of blood trickling down from unseen altars in like a floor or two above you. And you see some Yuan-ti acolytes chanting around the blood channels, and infuses the channels with magic as it pulses slightly and goes further into the room. But as you guys burst in, they all pause for a hot second, look at you, and I need you all to roll me initiative as they prepare to fight.
Hmm. Color last place lead through.
Wait, what the fuck? Why'd it roll twice?
Yeah, mine rolled twice too.
Oh, weird.
Huh? I don't know.
I mean, I'll take either of them, but
Oh. There we go. Lucian, your first one was 17?
yes.
Alright. Oh, hey, 17. I rolled 17 for you. And then, Zasha, what was your first one?
They were the same, 11.14.
Alright, we're gonna update that to
Oh,
11.14. Alright. We begin with Nisara. You enter the
Well.
room to find these acolytes, and as they notice your presence, they begin to draw their blades and other weapons.
Shame. And I cast Hunter's Mark on them. On this one. Why not? Where is it? Hunter's Mark. And try to shoot it twice. That's
Does not
probably a
hit.
miss.
Yeah.
21.
The 21 hits.
Alright.
Holy shit.
15 damage. Goddamn. That's a good roll.
That's a lot of damage.
And end turn.
Alright. Lucian.
real quick, is this this blood stuff an obstacle?
Yeah.
Like, I don't. You said they're channels of blood, right?
Yes, these are like pretty wide channels of blood
terrain.
here. So if you were gonna walk through the blood, it would be difficult terrain. If you jump over it, you jump over it.
Yeah, it should be easy.
But does jumping count as anything? I haven't actually. It's been a long time since I've had to do an actual D&D.
I believe that's just movement, right?
Yeah, it should just be part of your movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I just haven't done it in a while.
Let's see.
Okay. I'll hop over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Put this here, move this over here, and we're going to start swinging at this one.
I just realized I took off the 15 points for the wrong one.
I was like, wait a minute. Looking at the barely injured versus on a
Never mind.
harm.
I was going to attack whatever one took damage.
Okay, I can swap
To
you
start.
guys.
That doesn't matter as much. My point was just to kind of flank both of them.
Okay,
That didn't work.
that does not hit.
Neither did that.
No, it
Fuck
does not.
that. I'm using an inspiration.
Okay.
19.
That hits. And you wanted to hit the hurt one?
Yeah. So this one.
All right.
That's all for me.
All right. At the beginning of the first Yuan-ti's turn, you see the channels of blood pulse with a dark energy. I need you all to make me dexterity saving throws as the blood flashes with this profane energy.
Oof.
Ooh,
Yeah.
oh,
Wow.
oh, ooh. my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh my...
Wow, we will.
Alright. Everybody but Lethra takes 8 necrotic damage as you end up coughing up some blood from this energy that's hitting you.
Can I actually throw my inspiration real quick?
Whoops.
You're supposed to do it before I say anything, but yes, you can.
I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Are you? I'm so mad.
That was a con. Oh, for Hunter's Mark.
I am so sorry. Also, the
Yeah.
Amraphel, you don't take the damage. Don't worry about it. Do you have an inspiration, Asara?
It's not marked that I do, so I don't think so.
Alright.
I could have just forgotten to mark it at some point. I don't know. It's fine.
Anyways, this embarrassed Yuan-ti Mind Whisperer is getting hit a lot. And it turns towards the echo, and it's very upset. So it goes to bite. Does an 18 hit your echo?
Yes.
Alright. Echo goes poof. And then she extends a hand out to Nasara, and you see an ethereal snake wrap around her arm and almost like fly out at Nasara before disappearing before your eyes, and is going to make a spectral fang attack at Nasara.
Oh.
And she crits for 24 psychic damage.
Okay. I don't think I have anything like its resistance. It's like
And Nasara's poisoned? Wink, wink.
No, she's
Don't
not
you
poisoned.
dare.
There's no poison. There's no
How much?
poison.
How
20
much again?
Fucking
20.
24.
I already failed my concentration check. Why is it trying to make me do more?
I think it's just because you're still considered concentrated. There you go.
Okay. Well, pain and suffering. Ow.
Anyways, that's turn. This one is going to try and bite Lucian twice. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Does a 21 hit you?
If I say no, can I not take the damage?
Please take 5 piercing and 8 poison damage as you get bitten once by the Mind Whisperer.
Hold on. 5. And then what was the other number? 8?
8. Wait, nobody has resistances but Nasara, right?
I believe so.
Who has resistances?
I have necrotic resistance.
I have fire.
I don't think I get anything in the resistance.
Not in.
Alright. We got 3 that I need to keep track of. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. And that is that guy's turn. It's Zelfara's turn. And she is going to rush forward, leaping across the blood channels. And is going to try and stab the Yuan-ti Mind Whisperer twice. She hits him once. For 8 damage. And that's her turn. Amraphel.
All right. I am already right behind Lethra. I'll put a hand on her shoulder and say, we need to get through this quickly. And I will haste Lethra.
No butt smack this time? I'm disappointed.
It's too serious.
I think I gave you the butt pat, actually.
Yeah. Nisar leans in for a squeeze.
There we go.
Kind of far away for that.
It's protocol.
I believe in you.
Spectral squeeze.
Best use of mage
Oh,
hand.
new spell just dropped.
Spectral squeeze. Used for various handsy
Oh,
purposes.
Jesus. I think as a gravitor, just I'm like obligated to take that. So yeah, haste and that's it for my turn.
Alright. This Yuan-ti pureblood is gonna take out her short bow and launch it at Zelthara. And that does not hit. Lovely. Zasha.
Zasha's turn. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so I will unharmed. I'm gonna run over here. Cast where is it? Flame Blade at third level. Yep. And before I attack, I'm going to summon Spirit Totem, use my ability to summon the Hawk Spirit.
I got so afraid you were gonna say tiny.
Nope. I know not to do that. I'm gonna move him right about here for now. There we go. Let's see. So for everyone's awareness, aids me and my allies. When a creature makes an attack roll against a target in the spirit's aura, I can use my reaction to grant advantage to that attack roll. In addition, we all get advantage on wisdom perception checks while in the aura.
Nice.
So with my reaction, I can give people advantage on rolls. And then I will attack this lady here.
Alright. That hits, yeah. Holy shit.
Gee.
And that is my turn.
Alright. The miserable Mind Whisperer is going to use her action to dash as she slithers up by Sasha. But that is her turn. Restless Yuan-ti Pureblood is going to knock a arrow in her short bow and launch it at Lethra. Maybe. Does a 17 hit? You have plus to AC, so remember you're hasted.
Oh, and in that case it was a tie, so no.
Alright.
It was a tie before the. It was a tie before the bonus. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, it was my natural AC. So it's tie.
Alright. Cool. So it does nothing. You see the arrow fly by you. It almost hits Amraphel. A little scary. But Lethra, it's now your turn.
All right. It's that murder time. I will go over here. And let's see. We'll try to take out the injured one first, so I will start blasting, take a great sword swing on our friend on the right side. Do I have any bonuses right now? Any bonuses to attack?
Whatever haste
so.
gives you.
Haste
I think
gives
haste is
you
that's right.
double move speed and extra action plus 2 AC.
Yeah.
And I'll give you. Oh,
19.
I guess on your second action, if you're gonna attack again, I'll give you advantage with my reaction.
I love it. 19 hit, Ash.
19 does in fact hit, yes.
Let's see it. All right. And it's gonna, you know what time it is. It's time for that Divine Smite.
As long as it's not poison.
I will do the regular damage. That was an attack. Don't worry about it. I meant to hit damage. That's damage. That's 12. And there's 6 divine right on top of that motherfucker. Run it back.
I mean, you can use your 25 if you like.
You know what? I sure will. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Alright, you hit it.
I did hit it.
Oh, and that wasn't using advantage, so I guess I'll keep
No.
the advantage.
No, do that for my third.
Oh, perfect.
Alright, 13.
Alright. Looking pretty bad.
And yep. And we'll go advantage attack here. Somehow not great.
Hey, but it hits.
You love to see it. Alright, I'm not gonna use any more divine smites. We're gonna chill for a sec. I'll do 10 damage.
Your last hit pierces her through the stomach, and she is looking pretty bad. She's starting to cough off blood and flail as she tries to attack you.
But I will look over my shoulder and just give a cheery wave to Amraphel after committing absolute fucking murder with that buff. And that's my
You're doing
turn.
amazing.
Thanks, babe.
Alright. Vengeful Yuan-ti Mind Whisperer is going to use their action to dash and slither up by Zelthara. And we're back to the top of the order. Nisara.
Okay. Do I kill Steel? I think I am about to try to kill Steel.
Do it.
I'll take a shot at the one that Lether has hacked up real good.
Doesn't hit.
Damn, that sucks. May as well bonus action Planar Warrior at that one and try to hit it again.
That still doesn't hit.
Damn.
I'm sorry,
Alright, I'm going to bed. Fuck me. Well,
Anything else, buddy?
I play dead under this body. No, I got nothing. I sit there awkwardly with my bow in my hands for the next 30 minutes.
It's okay. You and the other Yuan-ti are also just like sitting there. So Lucian,
I'm
it's
the
your turn.
player character though.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's one in front of me that just got shanked in the stomach. Might as well try to kill it.
Kill
The
Steel.
keyword here being try.
That does not hit. That
Yep,
also does
that's
not
about
hit.
right. I'm just gonna go drown myself in the blood here.
have like 10 minutes left. Calm down. Calm down. Anything else, Lucian?
I'm debating between what I want to use. One of my two. Well, I have two options for bonus action. I'm deciding if it's worth healing now or not. No, let's do this.
All right.
That's all I'm doing.
All right. The embarrassed Yuan-ti Mind Whisperer is gonna try and bite Zelthora. With a 12. What is her AC? One of them hits. And that is that one's turn. The one that's near death is going to try and attack Lithra for obvious reasons.
I'll be using Sentinel
I don't know what
after
you're
the first
talking
one.
15 does not hit. Give me the Sentinel.
Jesus.
It hits. She is still alive, though, as she makes her second bite attack.
Come on, try me again.
Listen, she's flailing. She's near death. She's at death's door. She's not biting you anytime soon. Zelthara is going to try and stab. Stabby, stabby. That's all she does. Fucking boom. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe she can get rid of one of... No, that's not good damage. Never mind. But
Well, she's doing better than some of us.
Hey! She picks away at this Mind Whisperer over here. But that is her turn.
One.
Amraphel, it is now your turn.
She's still Thursday and getting up on, but like she's actually not that hurt. So I'm gonna shoot the one that's near death in front of Lucian.
All right.
I don't do a lot of damage, alright? I'm just trying to clean up kills so the people who do a lot of damage can do the damage.
That hits. Oh.
Son of a bitch, it's a double one.
But
Wow. Minimum damage.
never a better time to roll min damage.
Perfect. Totally planned.
Ready, babe.
I was waiting for you to
Yeah,
nat one and
that.
shooting me in the back of the head.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. The lightning would have arced to her and she would have died anyways.
All right.
Alright, that's it for me.
All right. Gonna try and short bow Zasha.
Yum.
Yum. Anyways, Zasha, it's your turn.
Sounds good. I'm going to attack this lady right here with my flaming blade.
Oh.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
It is my turn again, so could I use my reaction to...
Advantage.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
It just wasn't meant to be.
It was
It's one
not
of
meant to
these
be.
combat nights.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you guys.
You
were
know,
doing
I
great
have
earlier.
inspiration.
You can use.
Why
yours.
not?
Yeah.
I never use my inspiration.
20. Damn.
That's still good.
It hits.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a success.
7 points of damage.
You know,
It's something.
you
It's
hit
not
it.
the count.
It is. Technically, that's still
Oh.
maintaining. So that's attacking, even though it's using a conjured weapon.
Yeah.
Can I use a cantrip now? Oh wait, never mind. None of my cantrips are bonus actions. Ignore me.
You could have.
I could have, if I had a cantrip that would be a bonus action.
Yeah. Already used
Okay.
your attack
Cool.
Anything else?
That is my turn.
All right, it's the miserable Mind Whisperer's turn. And because they got hit with a flame sword, they're gonna try and bite you.
Yum.
Delicious. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
The fucking duality of my rolls tonight. My god. Please take
Always an adventure.
9 points of damage. Combination of piercing and poison.
Yum.
Wonderful Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Versus Yuan-ti is gonna try and shoot at Amraphel.
No.
Hey, you're just standing unobstructed vision right here.
Hit.
Does a 20 hit you?
I just noticed.
Yeah.
Please take 9 total damage. Combination of piercing and poison.
Ooh. Let's see how this con save goes. For some reason, hey,
Hey,
Woo.
hey.
Lithra.
What do you need to succeed?
For that 1 to 10.
Okay.
I mean, it varies.
Lithra,
It's
your
half
turn.
the damage. It's half the damage of a single hit if it's over 10, and then minimum 10.
Got it.
Lithra?
All right. Let's go. Oh, that one's dead. Cool. Well, on to the next one. I will, and I'm even gonna, let's see, I'm gonna advance a little bit here. And still within her range, start blasting. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Let's take a little bit of that Divine Smite as a treat. So, regular damage is going to be 12. Divine damage is going to be... Is that right? That is 2 8s, baby. That is that good shit.
Nice.
I was like, that can't be that high, right? And yet it can. That's fucking crazy. Second one. Let's keep going. 19.
That hits.
We
Jesus
swinging heavy.
Christ.
God damn. And yeah, round 3. Come back in on her. Ooh.
That hits.
Can't, never punished, can't lose. 13 damage.
All right. You've hacked her to bits, and she is also flailing about and coughing up blood.
Hell yeah.
Luthra questions her morals for a brief moment and then passes turn.
This one is going to try to bite Zelthara. Both of them hit. And that is its turn. Nisara. You can do it. I believe in you.
Can I?
Yes, you
Good to
can.
Do you?
I do.
Well, I'll use Planar Warrior on the badly injured one and try to make 2 attacks. Hey, that's a hit
Nice.
on that one.
All right. Give me that damage.
An extra D8. 12. 12 points of damage. Oh, plus a D6 cause sneak attack.
All right.
I forgot. 17 damage. I just accidentally threw my cat off of my lap.
Oh,
And my
no.
phone.
Dare you?
Rip cat.
I'm sorry, Khalees.
Dead.
He was so eepy. Woo! It did something useful.
I'm hoping.
God. That's 2 for 6. I think.
Hey, you did it though.
Hey, we're tied.
Lucian, time to break the tie.
Hold on. Let's see.
That would take you a little bit more, just because you're jumping over. But you'd be able to make it. You'd be able to make it.
No, it's just. I mean, it would be an extra 5 feet.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if that. All right.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. I mean, might as well try to hit the one that's almost dead. And try really is the word for the day. I need to roll a 7 to hit these things. Or no, I need to roll a 6 to hit things. And I can't roll above a 5.
Anything else?
Nice, tell a story.
Drown myself, but no.
No. It is 10. Did you guys want to continue this till the end, the fight, or did you guys want to stop here?
I need to go the fuck to sleep.
All right, we can.
I think there's enough left that it's worth starting up again next time.
I agree with that. Yeah, if there was like one enemy, I'd maybe keep going, but I think we can.
Yeah.
Got a little meat of combat left.
Totally,
Yeah,
that's
few
totally
turns.
fine. Yeah.
Especially the way some of us have been rolling.
Maybe next
A
time.
A nice
Yeah.
reset would do us good.
Cool.
All right, we
We'll
will
just roll ones.
We will come back next time to finish off these Yuan-ti.
Next time on Destination Divergence.